tree in the middle of the road.
I just had a really tragic thought. Tell him you're ready to wake up.
What's going on, guys? So, as you can hear, there's a lot of loud noises going on around here. That's because we're in the middle of a big old storm right now. Our street is completely flooded. We had to call our insurance, our electric company, the fire department, basically everybody, because it's getting pretty crazy out here. I heard that this is the last part of the storm, but wow, oh wow, has it been crazy. I'll show you guys real quick. Look at all that. It's just flooded. And the worst part about it, all the way down there, there's a tree in the middle of the road. It fell right in the road. And apparently down this road right here, right here, there's another tree that fell down that road. Yeah, it's just wiring everywhere. As you can see, there's a wire on my car. I heard that that's just cable. My boss came by and even showed me it's not dangerous, so I'm still gonna have to go to work, sadly.
Yeah, so the original plan was that Logan was just going to stay home, especially with the power being out. I would definitely need some extra help, but I guess they're really short-staffed at work, which is why his boss had come out in the first place to make sure that it was safe, because he really wanted him to come to work. So I'm going to be stuck here. Our AC does not work, and even if it did, it wouldn't work in the middle of this power outage, so I can't turn on any of our fans, and I can't make Louie any bottles. She's still nursing, but I like to give her a few bottles every now and then, but I can't give her a bottle because I can't warm the milk that's in the freezer. I can't pump. It's just a hot mess, and I hope it doesn't last long, but with that cord down on the side of our house, I don't know how long we'll be out of power, so it's definitely frustrating, especially like I can't turn on any lamps once it starts to get dark, and Louie doesn't normally sleep in pitch darkness, so there's that too. But I guess we're just gonna have to manage, get through tonight. Hopefully this is all over by tomorrow, but I don't know. I just had a really tragic thought. Obviously, with power being out, our fridge and freezer, we can't go opening and closing them a bunch. So hopefully all of my milk in the freezer stays frozen, because if it doesn't, I think I might just rage quit. That is a really stressful thought. There's a lot of milk in there that I do not want to lose.
What do you think of all this? What do you think? Yeah? Yeah? Tell me more. Tell me more. Don't let those hiccups stop you.
Well, AEP came back and they're checking out this cable cord that fell. I called them and I was all worried that it was a power line. Can't really see it from this angle. But I had called AEP all worried that it was a power line, but we were reassured that it's just a cable wire, so that's good for sure. We heard this loud popping noise, like this big crash. And we looked out the window to see what it was, and when I saw the cord on his car, I just assumed there was some sort of shock, but then that's when we looked down the road and saw that huge tree had snapped right in the middle of the street. So I think everyone is safe, hopefully, but there's all kinds of people out there looking around, trying to figure out what to do and what's going on. We've got the fire department and AEP and all kinds of stuff, and all kinds of people out there trying to work through this and everything, but it's definitely scary. It just makes you think, you know, like, what if that tree had come down on our house? Like, that's crazy. Oh, they are? Yeah. Good, good. If you didn't hear them, they're working on our line, getting it fixed, so that's good.
Yeah. guys didn't hear. They're working on the neighbor's lawn.
Well, when you were walking in the house, there was a lot of noise going on. I don't think they heard you. Jeez Louise. What? Well, that would be our daughter, of course. Oh, really?
Let go of this blanket. Let go of this blanket. You let go of this blanket. I'm just gonna carry you like this. I'm just gonna carry you.
It turns out Lou's skin is way more sensitive than I thought. My sister had brought by some outfits that were my niece's. They were kind of like hand-me-downs, and I didn't wash all of them because I assumed they were all clean, and I put one on Lou that doesn't have buttons, so I had to like take her completely out of it in order to change her diaper. And when I took her out of it, even though she'd only been wearing it for like 10 minutes, she had like a little slight rash on her skin. So I guess we have to make sure that we wash everything in her detergent. So her skin is super, super sensitive, which we knew when she was born because she broke out in an infant rash after using a lotion that her skin didn't agree with. But I didn't realize that her skin was still that sensitive. So good to know. Well, it's a little bit later and the one side of our road is closed and the other side is caution taped off. I'm just really nervous because the AEP guys are gone and the fire department, police department, they're all gone. So I'm like just really stressed that with power being off this long that the milk in the freezer is gonna thaw and go bad, which I'm just really, really stressing out about, which if you are a mom and you have pumped milk and you have a hard time pumping milk, then you know that this is like just really frustrating. Logan called to tell me though that I shouldn't stress because the reason why they're not here at the moment is because now that all the wires have been cleaned up in this area, even though the power's not back on, where they're at now is they're trying to locate where the tree is at. There's one tree that fell on our road and another tree that fell somewhere else, and they're trying to clean up the cords that are underneath those trees. And once that's all situated, they're gonna like, you know, prioritize everything else and get everyone's power back on. So I'm just hoping that that happens soon because I'm just really overwhelmed at the fact that we don't have power and our stuff in our fridge and freezer could go bad. Specifically the breast milk. I'm just really freaking out about that. But Logan says not to worry, so I guess I'm not gonna worry for the time being. He did say that if in 2 hours power is still not back on, he will come and get my milk and he will take it to work and store it in their freezer. So I mean, I guess there's that, but I'm just like really tense right now. Well, the AEP truck is at the end of the road. I think they're coming down. Hopefully the power will be back on very soon so that my stress can go away. I wasn't even stressed until I realized that the power being off meant that everything in the freezer could potentially thaw. That's when my anxiety really set in. Before that, I was just like, oh, this is not good. No, this is terrible. So hopefully now that they're back, we can get the power back on. Well, thank goodness the power literally just came back on so I can stop stressing. Logan called basically to tell me that I told you so, but it's okay. I just was really anxious and really worried about that milk in the freezer, so I'm just glad everything's okay now.
Left her home to find where she belongs. Her mother's scared to
Say, Daddy, do you want to wake up? Say, Daddy, do you want to wake up? Tell him. Tell him you're ready to wake up.
the love will come around. So don't stay. You regret it all too
What you doing, Diesel?
Just wait.
What is up, guys? guys, so it's actually the next day, and before Logan and I end this video, I wanted to show you guys something that we recently purchased. So one of my friends at the daycare posted on Facebook that she was making these binky clips. Logan's leaving for the store, in case you're wondering what that noise just was. It was his car. But this friend that I have at the daycare, she started making these binky clips out of those little like silicone balls, and she posted on Facebook that she was selling some of them, and so we actually liked them so much that we bought 2. I'll show them a little bit closer. And we really like them. This isn't like, we're not like partnering or like sponsored or whatever. I just really liked them and wanted to share them with you guys. So like I said, they're the little silicone balls, so when she starts teething, she can like chew on them. And the thing that I like a lot is the fact that like those cloth binky clips tend to get super dirty, and you can't always just like throw them in the washer. So there's this, which you can always just like rinse off and use some soap on. But anyways, I'll insert a picture down here of some of the ones that she still has available. And if you guys are interested, maybe we can work something out and we can like ship them to you or something, because they're really nice and we really like them a lot. So there's that little tidbit for you. All right, you guys, well, we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe on both YouTube and Facebook if you have not done so already, and make sure that you hit the like button down below because it really supports our channel. And if you have not done so already and you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure that you hit the little notification bell underneath the video so that you get notifications every single time we post a new video. Babe, what else should they do?
Guys, tell your friends.
Go tell all your friends about our channel, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
Bye!